Good morning. It is not even 6 a.m. and I am on the trail. So last night, I'll tell the full story here since I didn't get the opportunity to. So I arrived at where I was supposed to be trying to find a stealth camping spot it's pretty blurry, eh? Oh well. I was supposed to be finding a stealth camping spot, but no spots. Unfortunate. So the only other place was 7 kilometers down because there's 7 kilometers of road walking between Bayview Escarpment and the next section of trail. So I kind of set up shop willy-nilly in a field at first, but then some people who lived near there kind of came down. They didn't talk to me, but I saw them, heard them chatting. I waved hi at them, they waved hi at me, and I thought, it's best for me to not be here. So I went up into the woods, found a nice little flat spot there, and then, right at about sunset, like just before sunset, this guy shows up with a backpack and a hiking stick, and he just seemed kind of like confused, and he saw me and he turned around. So I think he wanted to camp in that area as well, and I didn't feel okay about that. I don't like sharing space with random strangers, especially those who would camp alone in the woods, although I guess I am one of those people. So I called mom and dad, and then Kendall, and I just booked it down the road. Kind of speed walking. My plan was to get to the trail, but it got too dark. I wasn't about to do that, so I kind of jumped off behind the trees and set up my tent in the field. And there were some coyotes around. I didn't have a chance to dry out my stuff, so I'm all wet now. All my stuff is thrown haphazardly into my bag, but I'm safe. And it's early in the morning. I've got fewer kilometers to do today than I thought now, so that's nice. A lot of road walking, that's okay. I could use a little break. Anyway, yeah, here, let me, beautiful. Beautiful early morning. It'll be bright enough by the time I get to the actual woods that I won't be fumbling through the dark. Onward with day 10. Got another porcupine on the trail. I got pretty close to this one. He kind of scurried away. Thankfully, he didn't. He's just taking the trail too. Yeah, go that way, please. Oh, up he goes. Hey, buddy. Can I come through? It's getting a bit close for my liking. Hi. He's cute, but dangerous. He's going way up there. All right, I'm leaving. Bye. Sorry to scare you. So yeah, lots of road walking today, which is okay. It hurts my foot a little bit more, but it is faster. which is weird. You'd think that like scrambling over all these rocks, I would keep on like hurting my foot and having to put pressure in weird places, but no, it's the road walks. Car. But yeah, I didn't think my feet could get more wet, but they did. The grassy sections of this club, Sydenham Club, are just the worst. They are just overgrown, and in the morning for hours they're covered in dew. It's the first purely sunny day in a while, and no, what's the word? Yeah, I'm still wet is what I'm trying to get across. I'd be very happy to get to Owen Sound. I feel like I'm just gonna look over the escarpment and see it, and I'll know what it feels like to be Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz when she sees the Emerald City. Following the yellow brick road, minus the bricks and the yellow. Follow the road. This has to be one of the worst sections of trail. Paved, busy highway, right in the middle of all the nature. It does mean we're getting closer to Owen Sound, so that gets me excited, don't get me wrong, but I prefer the country gravel roads to this. Also, I'm hiking in my Crocs to air out my feet. To switch things up, I have my shoes instead of my Crocs hanging on my bag. They kind of keep knocking over onto my shoulders, but that's fine. Yeah, I just needed to switch up the stress field on my feet, air them out. I have my socks tied up to my pack, kind of dry them out a little bit. Because yeah, it was just getting too much. I can't handle it. And we've got quite a bit of road walking to do, so I'm not worried about stepping on anything that's gonna hurt me. So, Crocs for the next few kilometers. $4 Crocs that I'm using on my backpacking trip. It's good value. So the trail passes right through this campground, this KOA. I used the washroom, and you really don't realize how smelly and dirty you are until all of a sudden you're around like a bunch of other people. And I haven't like seen people, like a lot of people, in 10 days now. So it's kind of weird. Not gonna lie. I'm kind of self-conscious about my stink as well. I feel bad for anybody who has to walk next to me. Still in the Crocs. Trail's been really easy. I expect this to be really easy too. Like, this is a trail just for people who are camping, so I'm expecting something flat and easy, so I'll keep the Crocs on. Unless I need to change. It's nice though. Nice day. What an interesting section of the trail. To go through this campground, like do an actual loop around it. Which is very purposeful as well, because the trail goes right back to the road that I was on. So this is entirely like extra. Like the Conservancy was like, yes, we're gonna go out of our way. We'll do this loop through a campground. I'm not complaining about it, it's pretty easy. But it's peculiar. It's time to go off trail to do some exploring. Oh, it got like 10 degrees cooler just as I walked over here. Oh, that feels nice actually. It's coming from over here. I could hang out here forever. Oh, Dolomite. Doesn't matter where you are in the Niagara Escarpment, it's all Dolomite. That's okay. We love it. We love it. We're about 6 kilometers, I want to say, from maybe 7. 7 sounds about closer. Or say, between 6 and 7 kilometers from the Owen Sound Inn. My feet are starting to rub the wrong way against my shoes because of how wet they are. Probably rubbing the calluses off my feet, which is not ideal, but there's no other way to do it. You can't be wearing my Crocs in this kind of a environment. Really cool place though. And not as buggy as you'd think, although I might just be jinxing myself. Rocks, I tell ya. There's a reason I'm in geology. Wait. No way. Alright, you're coming on an adventure. Here we go. Which way do we turn? Oh, there we go. This is amazing. Makes you glad that you didn't give up. All right. Whoop. Okay. Can't do this with one hand. I am in the heart of Owen Sound right now. I got off the trail at around 1, but it turns out the inn doesn't let you check in until 3, so I kind of said, you know, what's an extra 4 kilometers? So I walked to, of course, Wendy's. Got myself a Baconator combo and a Frosty, which just felt amazing. I just want to drink all the sugary drinks I can. It's just fantastic, so much better than Mio Creek water, whatever I've been drinking for the past 5 days. I'll tell you one thing, after being in the woods for 5 days, the city smells so bad. It's just horrendous and loud. It's kind of overwhelming. But I assume my smell is overwhelming to everybody else. I was very self-conscious about that while I was getting my food. You can kind of tell just the way people are looking at you. You're stinky and muddy and oh so smelly. And I didn't even really realize it that much until, you know, I get into these manicured areas and all of a sudden I can smell myself and I go, oh, Oh, I'm bringing a whole waft of chemicals. So it'll be great to finally get a shower and smell good. It's gonna rain again tonight and then into tomorrow, but luckily I'll be slack packing. Leave my bag at the motel because I'll be staying in Owen Sound for 2 nights with Kendall. So hopefully I can bang that out pretty quick and maybe enjoy the rain for once, knowing that I won't be in it for the whole day and then into the night. So that's all I gotta say.